Yo, GP Portland Tournament Report. Welcome in. Much love. Trav here. First of all, want to say, wow, it's good to be home in the Pacific Northwest. It's been a year. It felt like home. Awesome to see so many people I've been playing with for 15 plus years. And so many people came up and said something, and that's awesome. I really appreciate it. I have a thing between rounds where I like to take time to focus and think, and I'm not really one for small talk. And I'm very happy that people didn't ask me too many questions and stuff, and let me do my thing, but we're still able to interact. That was cool. You know, I had to say to a few people like, yo, I'm going to the bathroom, or I need to, I'm digesting this round, but, you know, I'll shake your hand and say what's up and talk for one moment, right? I just want to thank everyone. It was probably the best tournament I've ever had for that sort of a thing. It was just, it felt like a homecoming. So we'll talk about the deck a little bit, but cut to the chase, I finished 12-3, and I have among the best tie breaks. Standings aren't up, but I think I'm in the top 16, which should be good for a grand, which is useful to me right now, but not necessary, and 3 pro points, which is useful but not necessary. That puts me to 6 from the Pro Tour, and 3 from this GP is 9. And I'm about a quarter of the way through my season, which puts me on pace for 4 times 9. What's that? 36, which is roughly on pace for gold. So season's off to a pretty decent start. I had a great time. I was live for top 8 up until the last 2 rounds. After day 1, I went 7-2, and I had lost because of these cards in the sideboard, which I removed, which we'll talk about. I played 13 card sideboard day 2. I turned the cards backwards so that I wouldn't be tempted to touch them. Was very tempted to do it in one matchup and was glad in the end that I did not. Mid-tournament adjustment was great. Went 5-1 on the second day, and with 3 rounds to go, I had to top deck an untapped land to cast one of my to cast a Glorybringer and exert it. And I got there. It was goosebumps because last year, exact same situation, except it was a planar outburst, a sweeper, and it was like goosebumps. This is crazy. I mean, be in the same spot. Although this time I had a game to spare, and my opponent screwed up to give me the window. But good opponents all around. Ended up losing. My game was anticlimactic. You know, I think I ran probably above average. I had some random bad stuff happen. I had a lot of random good stuff happen. So I played mono red. I thought about playing blue-black gift. That deck was good at the Pro Tour. I thought it would not be great this weekend because people know what it's doing now, and Abrades are on the uptick, and I just wanted to cheese people with red. I saw Trey Van Cleve's top 8 list with 4 Mentor, 4 Ferocidon, and he beat up on a lot of Tamer energy. And I did the same. Mentor and Ferocidon were pretty nice there, just bleeding them out. So I wanted to have a good control matchup as well, because control did well last week. So I went all face burn in the main and played no sprays or anything like that. And I beat 3 control decks day 1, cutting 10 burn spells for 3 Glorybringer, 3 Chandra, 3 Pioneer, and a Cycle Desert, generally. Maybe cut another land for another Cycle Desert. So I just did a big fucking fat ass deck. Yeah, one thing you'll notice is I'm playing a 25th land, which is a Cycle Desert, and 2 Cycle Deserts in the board. I feel that one of the big problems with the deck is getting stuck on lands and not having enough lands to play 4 Glorybringers and 4 Hazoret and 4 Chandra. No one's playing 4-4-4. I should have 4 Chandra, by the way. If I ran it back, I cut. Those 2 cards are Sand Stranglers. They're too bad to play. We'll talk about why that is. But I would often board up to 26 lands, 4 Glorybringers, and 4 Hazorets. With Pias to block, so I could win like the Bristling Hydra race. Well, basically, versus the reason why Sand Strangler is bad versus control. Versus Tamer, the game's all about Bristling Hydra and Glorybringer, and it does nothing there. And it is also doesn't really kill anything in their deck. Doesn't kill Cub, usually doesn't kill Hydra. It's not really good versus Virtuoso. It's not even that good versus Rogue Refiner, which they often trim. It doesn't touch Glorybringer or Yeah, Bristling Hydra. So to me, it's unplayable versus Tamer. And then versus Red, it's just clearly worse than Hazoret and Glorybringer. And once you have that many, you can't play more. So I didn't bring in Chandras in either of those matchups, either for Haz, for Glorybringer. Day one, I was going up to 27 lands, and it was going super full-on big. The problem with that is you get clunky hands, and it becomes scary to mulligan. And you also have to trim Hazoret, which just makes your deck way worse because I won several times from mulliganing to 5 with 4 Hazoret in the deck. It's not scary, and it gives you a chance to win. So I decided Sand Strangler should never come in ever under any circumstance. Cut them. I was tempted to bring them in against a Pummeler deck, but was glad I did not because it is really a Bristling Hydra game. This way we've got 4 Haz to brick or attack through their Hydra, 4 Glorybringer to race in the air, and Pias to chump. So those are the big 3 matchups. And I would recommend Red. It's just really good. I would probably cut a Mentor for a 3rd Kenra. I think I missed those. That's close though. Mentor is randomly good or randomly bad. Kenra's better in the mirror. Kenra's better versus control. So Kenra's probably the better card. And Kenra is also sometimes better than Mentor versus Tamer, but Mentor can be insane versus Energy. That's the deck. 12 and 3 was sweet. And appreciate you. Much love. Take a month off, then going to Santa Clara, then going to Bilbao. I might go to London or Houston, I haven't decided. And then going from there to Lyon and then back to Hawaii. This season I'm going to go 3 months on, 3 months off, 3 months on, 3 months off, and then reevaluate. Reevaluate after that. So appreciate you. Much love. Now headed back to Seattle, chill out with the family, and let me know what you think. Other announcements, book is out, Mastermind still running, so if you're interested in that stuff, hit me up. Appreciate you. Much love. Peace.